ask the wise angels to guide me always to use this deck for the greatest good to others. With insights, wisdom, compassion, genuine authenticity, and deep truths. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Safe Space. You in the safe space? We in the safe space. Yeah, we in the safe space. This is your reading. Sorry, I got a little weird. Hi Caps. Let's take a few deep breaths while I shuffle these cards. Again, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am going off of based on what my intuition is speaking to me, the messages that I am getting. Had taken some notes on you guys' energy, meditated on your energy as well. You guys have this attitude that you're bringing about to yourself right now, Capricorn. It could be your way of protecting your energy, your way of protecting whatever it is that you're having to protect at this time. A lot of guarding, a different kind of attitude, different kind of demeanor that you're bringing about. This card also came up for me earlier when I was pre-shuffling in your energy. The Ace of Swords. I feel a lot of this has a lot to do with the opportunities, taking chances on certain situations, maybe a certain individual, taking chances on that. Let's take more deep breaths, Capricorn. This has a lot to do and speaks about matters on emotional stability, Capricorn, emotional understanding and healing as well, than physical matters. You may be at a limbo with a situation that is leading you to let your ego drive you. And it's not necessary. And this may be an energy around you that's making you come out this way or have a different approach, Capricorn. Yeah, I move the cards a lot, and I'm just kidding. I feel also, and what I have written here, the World card also came out earlier. So I did the Seven of Wands. I like to pre-shuffle sometimes just to get an overall energy of what your energy is about for this season. And what came out for your energy, Capricorn, is this attitude that you are bringing about in showing up for the world. This certain kind of attitude, different approach in how you are, how you bring yourself to the world, how you show up for everybody. And this certain kind of image of perfection, perhaps maybe that you have in your mind at this time, or this mindset that you are in. I feel, and what's coming up is it may not be working in your favor at this time. And that may be causing you to act in this certain kind of demeanor that you're bringing about to yourself. Three of Swords. Sometimes when we are threatened by someone else's success, someone else's light, someone else's abilities and gifts, Capricorn. We may have a tendency to operate from fear and insecurity. I feel that at this time, we are suggested to quiet the ego, Capricorn, and let loose. Be yourself. It is also suggested to not compare yourself so much, and to also quiet the ego, because this may have to do a lot with how we see the world and people around us. And it may be because we are not operating from a place of love, and that you may be the one trapping yourself in this. I feel insecurity, I feel doubt coming up for you, Caps. Where is this coming from? You may be always in contemplation. But where is this contemplation coming from? Also, the Queen of Wands came out earlier. All right, Spirit, any other messages for Capricorns? How we view a time to reflect on a lot of things here, Capricorn. We may be looking at things in a different perspective, and we may have to make some changes in this cycle as well, Capricorn. How we view others' success. Is also how we view our success in whatever area in your life. I don't know. You may find yourself having to act a certain way, but it is not necessary. Just be yourself, is what I'm getting. And also having to be aware of this cycle and work from there. We always have this need to protect, and perhaps it may be rooted in a very deep, wounded place, Capricorn. And this may be one to put our intention and awareness on at this time. How you are looking at yourself is how you look at other people around you, your surroundings, at work, in your family circle. How we are perceiving ourselves at this time is how we perceive other people, and it may be time to look at it in a different way. And as you do this, you are also having to change your inner world. The Hangman. A question, Capricorn, to reflect during Libra season. Where are we operating from? Are we operating from our doubts and fear, or are we operating from a wholesome, loving place? And this is also suggested for you, Capricorn, to practice on. You may be having trouble in loving your heart at this time. Being aware of not projecting it onto other people, but reflecting and doing a lot of self-reflection is best at this time. This is a very deep, I feel a lot of attitude coming from you, and I think it's because it's coming from a wounded place that perhaps maybe you haven't gotten around to yet, just yet. Okay, Capricorn. Staying humble will silence the ego. And that maybe perhaps success is not all about talk. You know, this is also about having to show up, doing the work, taking actions. It's hard to take actions when our heart is not there. You know what I mean? It's hard to take actions on things and people and situations when our heart is not there. And that maybe perhaps this time around we're having to learn how to acknowledge ourselves first and love ourselves before we acknowledge anyone else around us. I don't know why this is so hard for Capricorns, and I think they misunderstand themselves also. This may come from a place where Capricorns misconstrue their own style of love language. A certain kind of love language is what I'm getting. We may be going through a lot of emotional instability. And this may be rooted in trauma, a past event that may have left you feeling empty. Really turning your inner world upside down, Capricorn. Again, have to quiet the ego, going in internally. Deep wounds needs your attention of healing and really having to quiet the ego, Capricorn, and let loose, and instead to use your wit is what is suggested here. You can just simply be yourself is what I'm getting. Page of Cups. Remembering who you were as a child. That may be what you are protecting at this time, because you are having to heal a lot of that childhood trauma. And maybe this time having to turn your inner world upside down. This also can come from old conditioning and why this is how you approach the world. But I feel that Capricorn, you know better than to be destructive to yourself. And I feel like you do this a lot. A very quick tendency to be very judgmental. And then we go into blackout is what I'm picking up. I feel like this is where it all comes from right here. Self-imprisonment. Ooh, that's tough. That is really, really deep. And it could cause the ego trip and the power trips. But we are being suggested not to let our ego drive us and just really be rooted in your essence, Capricorn, because we love it when you are yourself. You hard-headed rascal. I'm sweating, bro. My armpits are sweating just doing this fucking reading. I swear to you, dude. Drink some water or something. I'm drinking some water. I'm drinking some coffee. Smoke a joint. I have my pen with me right here. Except I need more oil. Capricorns could be so big-headed when their heart is not in the right place. Self-awareness kind of goes away and we kind of just black out and things just kind of go. Practicing on self-compassion, Capricorn. Just be yourself. Show up as you are, and you don't have to be a certain way for somebody. Really having to reflect on where you're operating is important, Capricorn. Thank you for letting me do this reading. I'll see you guys in the next reading. And have a wonderful Libra season. Bye. Love you. See you laters.